Welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Horler and I'm here with Peter Moss from SmartStream, and we're at Cybos 2016 in Geneva. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
The industry has been grappling with the reference data challenge for years. How has that challenge evolved over time?
So it has been years. In my memory, at least 15. And I think there's always been an interest in the concept, but fundamentally, there's been a lack of momentum for various different reasons. So, I mean, first time round, I think there was an interest, but the banks didn't have a profit sort of driver because they were all making so much money that it didn't really matter. Second time round, I think the player that was driving it, and I won't mention a name, right? But the player that was driving it wasn't particularly favoured by the rest of the industry. And there have been other iterations as well over that time. So I think, I mean, it's been around. The big issue now is that people have a desire to change their P&L. They have a real desire to get cost off the bottom line. And so the banks are now suddenly sort of paying attention. They're actually looking at aggressively moving things out to a utility because they have no choice. And anything that's duplicated across hundreds of different banks is a classic example of something that can go out.
Why is this area ripe for a utility approach?
Well, so reference data in particular is becoming increasingly critical. So there's been a lot of automation going on within the banks. They have driven, particularly in the equities and the equity derivative space, a lot of automation right from the front office all the way through to the back. And automation is great, but actually automation requires good data for it to work effectively. And to be honest, if they don't have that good data, then the automation breaks. So what they've had to do is build teams within their own organizations to make sure that the data is good enough. And now they all have teams doing exactly the same thing, cleansing exactly the same data in every bank or in every other financial institution across the industry. And there's just horrendous duplication. So it's timely because reference data is so critical, and it's an opportune moment to remove the duplication because everybody's focused on cost.
What are the challenges of getting a utility to scale, and what can providers do to get over those hurdles?
So I think the key actually is to play with the industry, right? So one of the things that I think makes what we're doing so powerful is that we have 3 of the biggest banks as shareholders, and we're actually learning a huge amount from them. So we're taking a lot of the best practice that they've built up over the years within their organizations, and we're actually inheriting that. But we're inheriting a superset because actually we get different best practice from all of them. And so we're building on a strong base, but being able to do so in a way that is sort of singularly focused. Banks do a lot of other things, right? They're not there to make clean and accurate sort of reference data, but that's all we do. And so actually that focus with the best practice and the right engagement which we're getting makes all the difference in the world.
Peter, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.